Good evening, spectating specters. Welcome to Spooky Stories with Brassy. When we last saw each other, we told the tale of the girl and the unexpected visitor. Now tonight's story is a bit more of a menacing sort. It is the tale of the boy and the beast. Enjoy. Don't go into the woods on the full moon. That's what they always told me. Legend has it that a beast follows behind you, tracking your steps, drinking in your fears. And if you say you have no fear, well, he'll fix that soon enough. They say a guy went wandering down into the woods some 10, 12 years ago on a clear, moonlit night. It wasn't long before he heard the howl of the beast, piercing his ears, piercing his soul, pinning him to the spot. He saw a pair of eyes glinting at him, 2 points of fire burning through the dark, yet hardly illuminating the world before him. He saw nothing much of the beast after that, having hightailed it to safety as soon as his legs could figure out how to move again. He wasn't right for days. The memories haunted his dreams, always this image of those piercing eyes and the shrill howl. Being a curious kid, you can guess what I did. I packed up a bag with a flashlight, some snacks, extra batteries just in case, and with the bat in my hands, I headed out for the Forbidden Woods. The full moon shone down, a helpful enough companion as I trudged towards the trees. The first few feet were fine, though the further I walked, the stranger things became, and by stranger, I mean they became strangers to me. I'd walk these woods in the daylight once or twice, maybe 5 times, with hardly a problem aside from the rogue squirrel or snake. But now, in the dark, the forest was a different kind of awake. The shadows were shifting, leaves whispering. I'm fairly certain the ground was breathing under my feet. I held tight to my bat and my flashlight, ready to turn it on if things got dicey. I put foot after foot, feet after feet, stretched on before and behind me. Just one straight path through the trees before I could reach the road on the other side. Who knows what would have happened had I gone left or right. That's when I heard it. A shrill noise like the unholy child of a freight train in a hurricane dragging its nails down a chalkboard. Even though it sounded far away, it pierced me through, straight into my heart and my very soul. I got the feeling that I wasn't quite as safe as I appeared to be, so I turned around, slowly, and its eyes were right behind me. Just like the guy described, 2 sinister flames pinning me to the spot. Everything in my brain was telling me to go, to run, but I couldn't move. Just like I said, I was a curious kid. The beast drew closer, closer, until I could feel its hot, humid breath on my face. I hadn't even noticed I was holding out my bat in self-defense, until I felt the creature nudge it with its fanged snout. I'll admit it now, I panicked. Yelping, I flung the bat out of my hand, throwing it as far as it would go. I don't know what I expected to happen, but to my surprise, the beast took off, disappearing as though it hadn't been there in the first place. I stood there, staring after it, watching where its shadow melted back into the night. I should have run, should have gotten out of there. I took one step, then another, and then the howls returned, this time with the thump of running footsteps. Once again, its eyes peered at me, and I felt the brush of teeth in my hand. Something sank into my open palm, something cold and slimy. ever the more curious, I threw the bat again. And surely enough, the beast was gone and back again, nuzzling the bat into my waiting hand. We continued on like this for a couple more hours until the moon hung low in the sky. I made a promise then and there that I'd return on the full moon, back to the spot where I first encountered the creature and its piercing howl and eyes. Don't go into the woods on the full moon. That's what they always say, but what I say is, don't go into the full moon, into the woods on the full moon, unless you're prepared to play fetch with a beast. I hope you enjoyed this tale, and that it didn't scare you too much. Please, if you will, subscribe to my channel. And if the story spooked you, well, you can always tune in next time for some lighter entertainment. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment saying hi and tell me what you liked about the story or what kind of a tale you would like to hear next. Follow me on the social media at Brassy. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and happy hunting.